Let me now bring on board Mr. Praveen Shah, Chief Executive Officer, Automotive Division with Mahindra & Mahindra. He joins us live now. Praveen, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Let me start with the moot point. The moot point is
Good
that
morning,
auto
Nikunj.
dispatch numbers have been strong. Indian consumer is hungry to buy new cars. So what is your assessment? Do you think the demand is here to stay, or what we saw, or what Mahindra & Mahindra reported for the month of October, that was more like a one-off?
Yeah, Nikunj, no, it was not one-off. October was a month of the festive season as compared to the previous month, which was not so good. During the month of October, we have had the highest ever monthly sales, which was more than 50,000, representing a growth of around 29% overall. And if I may talk about the passenger vehicle segments which we operate in, basically consist of UV and Verito, we had grown almost around 50%. Going forward, you mentioned about the dispatch figures, but fortunately for us, actually our dispatch or the billing are matching the retails. Same momentum continues during the month of November, which also had seen in the first 15 days a good momentum going. Again, the festive season continued during the month of first half of November. We see good retails during the month of November. So November also we feel that we will have a growth. Talking about the industry, some of the industry players have had good month November. Talking about going forward, probably you may find December as not so good month. Traditionally, December is also not a good month because of the model year change year. At the same time, the overall economic scene, there is no major change which has taken place, including the interest. So now December month is going to be a challenge for the industry. So far as Mahindra is concerned, because of the product portfolio and the new products like the Conto, Verito and the Rexton, which we launched in the last 2 months period, are giving us good market acceptance of these products, and surely this should help us the growth momentum continuing for us.
So can you give me an understanding of how to your mind things could change for Mahindra & Mahindra and for the industry in the month of December, and if you compare December with November, especially, or November or December with October?
So far as December is concerned, surely it is not going to see the type of growth what one has seen in the month of October and November, since the festive season was both in the later half of October and the first half of November this year, as compared to the last year, which was in the month of September. December surely would be a month which will not be that high percentage of growth which the industry will see it. If I may talk about the Mahindra, surely we, with the product portfolio what we have and the type of demand which continuously we see, and some of our products like XUV 500, then the Conto and the Rextons, which are still currently under booking. So it's all up to us to produce them and supply against the booking. So considering that, for Mahindra, we see the growth momentum continuing even in the month of December.
Right. Mr. Shah, what about the capacity ramp-up plans for Quanto, and what is the kind of waiting period for this one currently?
Well, so far as Conto is concerned, in the first 2 months of the launch, we have crossed more than 10,000 booking. I think currently we are at 10,600 numbers. Last year, as I had mentioned, in the first full month, in the month of October, we had ramped up the capacity to 2,500, which will increase further in the current month, and we expect to do around 3,500 numbers this. And responding to your question on the bookings, surely we have from city to city, the booking differs from a waiting period of 4 weeks to almost 8 to 10 weeks.
Right. And what's been the response like for SsangYong Rexton in the market post the national launch?
Oh, I must just correct you that the Rexton was not launched nationally. It was launched only in the city of Mumbai and Delhi. where the response was pretty good. We have somewhere around 450 plus bookings, which we should be supplying in the course of a month or so. We would be, just for your information, launching to the 6 new cities tomorrow, and hope to see much bigger and good response coming out of the addition of new 6 cities.
Right, Mr. Shah. Good luck with that. But do you think the auto segment volumes can now touch in excess of 50,000 units per month going forward because of the improvement in outlook in demand, as you just reiterated?
Well, I would not hazard a guess for the future, but surely for the month of November, we hope to see good numbers. And as I mentioned, in the last quarter of the current financial year, if things goes well, and as has been announced in the last the RBI policy, where the interest rates are likely to be softened, if that happens, surely the industry will bounce back and we'll see a growth.
I mean, most of the auto companies are doing rather well. October dispatch numbers have been strong, like you've indicated that for Mahindra & Mahindra, the early part of November also is looking strong. If that is the case, why is Siam so negative on the car growth?
Well, actually, the negative growth is represented by various reasons. Actually, the overall industry sentiments are not good. The input costs are high. Mainly because of the import content. Whosoever OEMs have the import content, looking at the rupee dollar rates, the costs of inputs have gone up. At the same time, some of the commodity prices in the first 6 months had also hardened, which now you see them softening. Also added to that, the interest rates, which is a prime consideration for most of the buyers. More than 70% of the buyers do resort to the financing of the vehicles, and since the interest rates have hardened actually over the last almost around 15 months, these are main reasons. Added to that, the cost of fuel, which almost account for 40% of the operating cost of a vehicle, has also gone up substantially. So all those things have impacted the car sales. However, if you divide the car sales between petrol and diesel, surely the diesel cars have seen a good growth, whereas the petrol vehicles have seen the degrowth.
So Praveen, based on your assumption, can I safely assume that Siam data is not the right data to look at when it comes to Indian car growth or car industry growth?
No. I won't say that. Actually, the SAM looks at all the possible macroeconomic parameters, and they come out with nowadays. Actually, they are coming out every quarterly the forecast. They kept revising the forecast for the car industry. Also, don't forget, Nikunj, actually the car industry had seen in the past an unprecedented growth. So the growth momentum cannot continue forever, and at some stage, actually, it has to plateau. And added to that, I just shared with you the overall other parameters which are impacting the demand. So those are the reasons for the car industry not seeing a growth. However, the 1 rupee reduction in the petrol prices, and if the interest rates get softened during the January RBI policy announcement, surely you will see that the momentum in the car industry also will come up. Added to that, the new products as and when the industry offers, surely it also increases the demand and increases the growth.